Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to City Skylines 2. This is episode 26. We've got some upgrade points as we've just recently passed into the 18th milestone of an expansive metropolis, even though we still only have 119,000 people here. But satellite uplink is the first upgrade I want to do. This one has some positive benefits. It will increase both the network capacity and entertainment citywide, as well as the entertainment values of certain buildings. Certainly a useful thing to do. Let's get that, try to get that put in immediately. Upkeep is 320k a month, but it's plus 10% attractiveness citywide, plus 50 entertainment citywide, and plus 20% network capacity citywide. Very, very useful thing to have around. I don't think it's going to provide anything specific, expansive to its area. It's citywide effect, so I don't know if we want to squeeze it in here by the port. Seems to be some extra territory around there, so yeah, we'll put it over here by the port. Put it on this backside. Last thing we have open in the police and administration is a prison. We do have some convicted individuals that have been awaiting a prison to be sent to, so we're gonna go ahead and take care of that one. While it's jail capacity, and that's an important piece to this, minus 5% crime rate within 875 yards, which is a fairly large space, but how big? Hard to say on the surface, but maybe this is something we need to put kind of smack bang in the middle, maybe into this forested area that's taken that huge hit. We're dealing with overlapping items. I'm wondering, this forest is totally burnt down, so maybe we want to put it out here. I'm guessing this is not, the efficiency is 75%. It's not nothing. Okay, we'll let it stay. In that case, we might want to put it over here where we still have some space. Do we have enough space right here for it? Not quite. If we were to replace this stuff just into the water, just shy of enough space. I like the central location because of the benefits that it can give us, but it seems like we're not going to quite get it in. There we go. I've found a location for it. Not as central as we want, but it'll work. Right off the edge of Little Indy, actually in Little Indy, near our original neighborhood. We never filled this in. Okay, it does have some upgrades available. Prison wing, additional jail capacity, but then also a prison library and recreation center, plus 5% well-being for the prisoners. Yeah, we'll go ahead and add that in. And that is relatively central, at least for this region. Not necessarily for down here. We're going to go ahead and add in a space center, Chirp X. It attracts tourists and increases the effectiveness of industries and offices. That'll be it for now, as we only have a single point left, but we're getting pretty close to having everything unlocked. What this one's going to do for us is add plus 10% demand for electronics, plus 60 meals. 10% demand for software, 10% interest in university education, and 10% attractiveness citywide. That's something we've really been boosting here lately. You can already see the increased demand. It's certainly going up, 51 a month on the tourism side. Even taxis are picking up tourists now. This is all citywide effect, so this can go just about anywhere. We want our own little Cape Canaveral, so we're gonna put this out here on the peninsula in the new neighborhood area, and we just need to connect it up with a road now. I think we'll opt for a one-way. And we have our first rocket taken off. Our first space rocket has already left the Chirp X Space Center. Right now we have a lot of Western connections. We still have some space down there that we could certainly utilize. Finances are growing, but right now we've been outspending, but they're growing, so they're fine. The spending that we've done has just been because we've been doing one big project after another. $3 million, $4 million, $5 million projects, but we're making money. And our population is still growing. Right now, demand is getting quite high, including for some high density type stuff. which means we're going to have to be able to handle a pretty big haul of people wherever it is we decide to place the high density stuff. And so to look into that, I think what I want to do is I want to utilize this island for some high density stuff, just a little bit, and maybe do some forestry on the other part. Maybe we just put some high density in right there and then get it in and out. How do we get it in and out though? We want it to have a pretty direct connection to the freeway if we're going to do something along those lines. And do I want the forestry, or do we want to try to make the whole island one giant suburb for high density? That's risky. Because of the traffic part, it's very risky. But it's not like we can't connect up. Oh my gosh. This location still... I eliminated it, and yet it's not enough water. It's not connected. Household 0 out of 72, okay. We'll just leave that be for the moment. I mean, we could connect to the freeway. We've got the ability to make a connection over here, and then we've got double chance at connection over here. 2 bridges. Get people in and out. Let's go ahead and get the tiles, and I mean, we've got plenty of tiles, and tiles are cheap. Go ahead and connect up as far as there, which is more than enough, but it's only 1 million and uses just 11 tiles. So we've got the land. Now, this could be a small little wooden bridge and throw in. There's your forestry. Okay, I like that idea. I like that idea. So we're gonna get some forestry in, and then we'll get one. Looks like we're gonna need to get 2 on this island. Simply irresistible. Have at least 1,000 citizens in a city. Attractiveness rating of 90. Okay, so we just boosted the city attractiveness rating. New signature building, paper factory. We know just where to put that as well. Okay, let's get some road connections in first. There is a 2-lane, there it is, 2-lane wooden covered bridge. That's the one we're looking for. I think we want a minor connection over there, and then something a little more major going to the main island. So this is going to be their only way across. But where is your needed road connection? What side is it? This side. Okay, this is all gravel road out here because, you know, it's out here in the middle of freaking nowhere. Okay, I guess we might as well just run it across. Look how close we're setting ourselves up for this one. So there we go. You know, we could throw in a little bit of housing right in here. Alright, that one's built road-wise and connected to the island now, and doesn't interfere with shipping lanes at all, by the way, so we're fine there. Let's get our 4-lane here. That's 4-lane's good. 4-lane is very good. And now we're into the bridge territory. 4-lane tiered arch bridge, probably a good option. Sure. Traffic circle's fine for that one. But we've reached the island from that side. Now this should... Okay, now it's showing power, just not enough water and backed up sewer. Is that an issue? Sewage treatment. Not enough. Water is good, supposedly. And we are exporting a bunch of sewage at the moment. Okay, another new signature building. Let's get into a wastewater treatment facility. Yes. And we have places to put this behind the airport. That not so pleasant area. Maybe back here behind the airport. And what about this? Extra processing, sewage treatment is additional. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Come on. No idea why we wouldn't be getting these working. They seem like they should be working just fine now. So I just put in a new one, and it's still saying same thing. Not enough water, backed up sewer. The sewage treatment's going up, so that's coming along fine. That'll be fine. But we have plenty of water, and it's all connected. So why we're not getting anything? Oh, the bridge. The bridge is not showing water. No, the bridge is not bringing water across. Okay, we'll bring a combined pipe. So looking at the green, we've got our forest covered on our two small islands, and I've left myself a little bit of leftover land for some low density housing. So we're gonna get that filled in where possible, which is not much, but it definitely is going to add a little bit to the low density. So a little bit of housing there on the island in the forest. All right, now that's completely done, those two small islands, and that now sets us up entirely for the big project here, which road-wise definitely not done yet, right? We've got a connection in, we've got water and power now in. I'm not going to worry about the forestry of this one, so we're going to utilize this entire island, but we've got to get it connected up here to the freeway so that we've got something a bit more direct. It looks like we're getting a little bit of a traffic jam here. Yes, we are. Okay, I think I thought I fixed this already. I suppose I left it alone. We're gonna upgrade this. Ooh, it doesn't like the connection, that's why. Can we do a 3-lane? I'm wondering if creating a one-way through town could ease a lot of these problems that we're having. One way on, one way off. I don't know. We'll deal with this another time. I do think 2 to 3 lanes. See, it's coming from both ways. Yeah, we've got to sort this out. At least the on-ramp part, or the off-ramp part. Okay, I've got to fix it. I've got to. Alright, I think we got it. I think we've got it. So, 2 lanes merging into a 3-lane. Also occurring at the time that we have the on-ramp, and that could and should give us the ability of those that want to go right, but straight or left, yeah, we'll see what that does to the traffic. It was 4 separate intersections. I knew at the time that it was probably not gonna work, and yeah, we've kind of found a way to at least just about make it work. Can we now upgrade this to a 4-lane? We can. Okay, we'll give that a few minutes to try to sort itself out. Meanwhile, I now need to sort out the connection over to here, and this is going to be the trickiest part of that. Yeah, we need to make this highway Um, 3-lane. Yes, we're gonna start with 3-lane. Do we want 4-lane? I wonder if we want to go over to here and then continue on that way. That might look cool. Straight bridge. We want this thing elevated. Okay, so far so good. On-ramp wise and freeway expansion wise, but now we need to get this end hooked up, and this is gonna be trickier. It's a little bit higher here than it was on the other side. We can definitely remove some houses if need be, and I think we might have to. But let's try to get this side hooked up first. This is, we're gonna have to go over the top, I think. So that was actually pretty easy. What we want though, before we wrap this up, we want this to be 4 lanes. Yeah, that should work. Or we lose 1 house to get that ramp started a little earlier. We'll lose 1 house. That's okay. Okay. That's 3 out of 4 connections. Now this is the one that I worry about, though, is trying to get this thing up to the height we need it to be from a short period, a short stretch. But somehow doable otherwise. Oh, it's the subway station. We've got to move that subway station a little bit, or we start it just a fraction later. If it'll let us. Try about here. Ha ha. Okay. Yes. Yes. This might just work. Can we expand this to 3? Avoiding the subway? No. We'll see. That's just to peel off and go. We'll see how well that one works, as it's just a 2-lane through that section. But now we need to bring this in to this main road in the town. Do we want a big traffic circle for this thing? Very large roundabout, somewhere about here. Let's get our... Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a 3-lane, 1-way, going this way. No, you know what? We've got our tried and true 4-lane, 1-way. All right, so the roads are totally prepared now. Um, we're gonna have to get on with zoning. I think I'm gonna want to get at least one. Uh, we'll take care of the basic needs. We're gonna get a transformer station in here so that we don't have nothing happening in regards to that. So we're gonna want to put this somewhere down near the bridge here. Alright, so we've got a transformer into the area on the island. That's going to help with that. The water and power seems to already be present as well. Alright, let's get some healthcare. Medical clinic. That takes care of all of that. One thing, though, that's still not taken care of is the mail service availability overall. We do need to get a post office in, it looks like, if we're going to see everything fully covered throughout the city. Alright, services needs are met. And finally, we're ready to zone. You can see that demand is just high everywhere. We've got some key roads. The key roads are going to take care of the high density stuff. We've got some small roads that are going to take care of the low density stuff. But before I zone, one last to do here. And actually, the signature buildings could be away, but we're going to add in a new district, including the two smaller islands, but not necessarily in the name, just included in the overall area. We have Croissant Island. Pretty sure you can recognize the shape of this one right there. So Croissant Island is ready to go. Let's go ahead and zone things in. We need high density, we need medium density, we need low density, and we need commercial. So it's a lot to put in. Let's start with some mixed housing to get some commercial, and we want to keep a lot of this near the elementary, the mixed housing. So you're getting commercial and housing in that area. We're going to want to get some high density close to the freeway. And then we're going to want some more medium density stuff along here. I just realized I've not added in parking. That's going to be a big necessity. Let's go ahead and throw in some parking before things get out of hand. We're going to need some overground. No, we need the big parking. We really need the big parking. So how are we going to get this one? I did not set this up for very large. Okay, well, dropping down. Meeting needs. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, large parking there. We'll have to get some in here. Doing the same there. And there. Okay, that's going to give us some parking. Looking at these guys, anything? No, nothing residential, nothing mixed. It's all industrial. We do have an office signature building, the Principis. Plus 1% university graduation chance. -2 crime rate, and that's good. Plus 5 well-being. That's citywide for the office efficiency, so this is a good one we can include. Get that thrown in there. And then back to the zoning. We've done the high density, so definitely medium density is going to kind of fill out the rest of this, and commercial. Okay, we'll do some row housing. Ooh, that's on the interior part. Didn't mean for that to get put in, but okay. Now the rest is all going to be low density. Might have to squeeze in a little bit more commercial. Squeezing in some more row housing among the low density residential. Just kind of seeing how things are going with the trend. The high density stuff disappeared real fast. The low density did not. The commercial did not. So I'm trying to squeeze that in as well. And then just throwing in that medium density with it. And for once, look at that. We're starting to make a dent. Okay, so I think I've got the zoning part of it done. And you can see the first buildings going in are some high density stuff that's going to very quickly bring in people in this direction. But we're connected up. So it is what it is. We'll see how the demand does from this. You can see the medium density, the low density stuff dropping down a bit. We're up to 129K already, and this is going to add 10 or 15,000 more people. So meanwhile, the finances are holding at about 206 million. Big concern though is our stretch of freeway through town has gotten quite clogged. I think I'm going to have to redo the bridge maybe to increase, but we've got some population. We've got some traffic really backed up. This area that had been nice and cleared is not, but it's because of a traffic jam due to this one sedan that's just finally gotten in. It's just a couple cars blocking the road is all that is. But our freeway is definitely a bit of a hit and miss kind of thing. It hasn't gone through a substantial expansion like we've seen in other areas, and looking like it might require it. We've even managed to back things up pretty bad through here. Oof. It's all right here. Small backup there, but it's this which is causing the issue. It's just a three-way, baby. I need to do away with the light, or do away with the traffic circle and make a light through here. It's the foot traffic. It's the foot traffic causing the most harm with this. Maybe I need to do a pedestrian. Not sure where all this foot traffic's even coming from, but there it is. Putting the light in up here certainly did a trick and resolved most of the issues through that area. But yeah, we definitely have ourselves a little bit of a mess through here. Though this off-ramp here is clearing up. Meanwhile, this is nice and smooth through here. It's not an issue. That one's worked out well. It's like certain projects work, but then as you build up and add more further off and it utilizes that, what was working has now become a bit of a problem. I'm already seeing our first traffic jam in the new neighborhood. A lot of traffic flow in this direction. Not reaching, you can see just how steep the hill is. Jeez. San Francisco, is it? Not sure why it's moving so slow. The traffic coming through this way is rather light. There was definitely time. Well, it's a semi. Semi needs more time. And the cars are just kind of coming in steadily. There he goes. We'll have to give this one time to see how it's doing, because a lot of it's not about traffic volume. I mean, there's already a way here to go to the one way there. So there is a way to get there from the bridge. I could add a third lane. It's 2 lanes to the left and just one lane completely to the right.
Before we dive into our next selection,
We're seeing just how much faster things are moving already through there.
before entering the
Anyway, that's filling in pretty quick. But our big freeway is having issues with traffic volume. It looks like we're getting lots of little things throughout the city that are issues. This is all cleared up. I mean, this is looking great here. That's worked beautifully. And the extra freeway we put in definitely helped resolve a lot of things, but it looks like we do have a little jam here. Just having some issues with things coming together through there. And condensing down to the what we have with that. That's the problem there. And a lot of this traffic wants to go to the right, so do a similar type thing here. Some of these fixes just take care of the problem nice and easily. Some don't, so we'll just have to give it time to see on that one. But there's a couple intersections close together, and then the problematic portion of going down to a 4-lane, not separated highway, two lanes each direction, is problematic. But either way, we've certainly made some progress, and we've topped 130K. We did manage to get through an achievement today as well. Built up a whole new area and discovered some issues that are going to need resolving in the near future. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there, and bye for now.